exactly engage an advocate and when is the right time to do so. Karibu tena to another episode of Know the Law with Advocate Kyumwa, where we discuss the law in a way that is easy to understand and equip you with the relevant legal knowledge to guide you in making informed decisions. Remember, justice starts by first understanding the law. Let me ask you, have you ever signed an agreement for sale? Have you ever been involved in a land inheritance dispute? Signed an offer of a loan, or given your property as a security for a loan advanced to you by a financial institution or a bank? If your answer is yes, well, at what point did it occur to you to consult an advocate? By the end of this episode, you will know precisely when legal help is not just helpful, but it is necessary, and why having an advocate by your side can make a difference. It's a legal principle that ignorance of the law is no defense. That is, if you are charged with an offense based on a law in force in the country, you cannot raise in defense that you actually do not know the law. The law is not always clear. It contains legal terms and provisions which are hard for a lay person to understand. And some provisions are even written in Latin language, which is the initial language of the law. An advocate helps you to understand the meaning of the provisions of the law and interpret the gray areas of the law. Imagine this. Your grandmother passes away without leaving a will. For now, our properties would be distributed. Suddenly, the sons of your grandmother start saying that they are the only ones entitled to inherit the property of the grandmother. Yet, your mother, who is a daughter of that family, is left behind. As a daughter of the deceased, the actions of the sons of the deceased leave you wondering, what is your right or the right of your mother in the property of the deceased? Or, let's say, during adjudication and survey exercise of family land, the land was registered in the name of the first son, and now the first son wants to claim that the land belongs to him alone, excluding the other family members. Is that the law? What does the law say? An advocate would explain what the law provides, but not what is the culture or what has been the practice. An advocate would represent you in court or in tribunal. The representation in court entails preparing the requisite court documents, filing them, and ensuring that they are duly served to the other party or the parties in the case, and also appearing in court during the court mentions or hearings to argue the case. Assume that you are in court for a hearing of your case. The opposing party has an advocate who, while addressing the court, is drawing jargons, the legal jargons, and quoting several provisions of the law and case laws. You, in the other hand, you are alone, confused, anxious, and unsure of what to say. Chances are that you will admit to all the accusations and lose the case, not because your case was weak or you were in the wrong, but because you did not know how to present yourself during the conduct of the case in court. Going to court without an advocate is like showing up in war with no weapon. An advocate would be there to protect your rights. The Constitution of Kenya, which is the supreme law, provides for the rights and freedoms of all citizens, which rights we are well provided in specific legislations like the Employment Act, the Criminal Procedure Code, laws of succession, among other laws. Many people unknowingly give up their rights, especially when dealing with police officers, employers, or family members. We had a case where a young man was summoned by police to record statements after a theft allegation in his neighborhood. On reaching the police desk, out of fear, he confessed to having committed the offense, just to cooperate with the police and avoid any form of harassment. It turns out the young man misunderstood the process of police investigation, and he thought by just cooperating and admitting to have committed the offense, the police will let him go. And the confessions, they cost him so much, as the Office of the Director of Criminal Investigations presented his confession as evidence during the hearing of his case, and the court sentenced him to imprisonment for 3 years. If the young man had sought legal advice or had engaged an advocate, he would have been advised on his right to remain silent, and his right to an advocate, and his right to a fair hearing. An advocate can help you to avoid costly mistakes. As we said in the beginning, a small legal error can cost you land, money, or peace of mind. Assume that you bought land without checking or confirming if the land had been used to secure a loan or had unpaid land rates and rent. Years later, boom, such a buyer is threatened with dispossession or auction by the lender who gave out the loan to the seller, or is served with a demand notice to pay the accrued land rates and rent, which they have to comply by either paying the amounts due or filing a case in court for determination of their rights. If they had involved an advocate at the early stages of the sale and purchase transaction, such a buyer would not have been caught unaware, and all these costs would have been avoided because they would have received an advice, and all the parties to the transaction would have been held to comply with their obligations before the transaction is completed. An advocate would help to save time, emotional distress, and help you to settle a case out of court. As you all know, legal processes in their nature, they are slow. Therefore, doing them all wrong would slow them even more. Advocates know the process, so things move faster and more efficiently when an advocate is involved in a transaction. In addition, litigation is also expensive, emotive, and it also strains relationships. Instead of the lengthy court drama, ends helping families to remain intact while resolving their conflicts. You are also intending to start a business and you are wondering which outfit to operate your business under. An advocate would help you to register either a company, a partnership, non-governmental organizations, or any other entity to help you to secure your business, and also help you to obtain all the requisite compliance documents, all registrations in compliance with the law to help you avoid future penalties in accordance to the law. An advocate can come in to help you in writing a will or handling a succession. To protect your family's future and avoid future family disputes, it is important to have your will drafted by an advocate and have any succession petition filed by an advocate. This would ensure that no rightful beneficiaries of the property of the deceased is disinherited or is left out during the succession process. As you all know, divorce cases involving custody of children or property division after divorce, these cases are so emotive, and advocates, they ensure that they keep the process very fair and legally sound. So, having known why you need to engage an advocate, if you are doing any of these things, please don't do it alone. The truth is, legal problems don't announce themselves, but when they show up, being legally prepared makes all the difference. Don't wait until things fall apart. Engage an advocate early and protect yourself, your family, and your future. If you found this video helpful, kindly like, share, and leave your questions or experiences in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe for clear and simple insights, straight from my desk to your screen. Until next time, justice starts by first understanding the law. And this is Know the Law with Advocate J.M. Kyumwa.